Showboating Sports, guys. Welcome back to the channel, man. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. We're going to let everybody start rolling up in here. Hope you guys have been having a good evening. You see the title to the show is Hector Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis while Bud ducks. Everybody's taking a real good fight except for Bud. And Bud's supposed to be pound for pound #1 guy, correct? That's what Bud says. But like I said, we're going to let everybody roll up in here in this camp and let everybody get started, man. You know what I mean? Let's get it all going. Let's get it all going, guys. Here we go. Like I said, we're going to let everybody start rolling up in here. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody's doing good. So we great. Like I said, we're great. Let this thing roll on out in here and start letting the crew roll up in here in this camp. All right. So you guys know about who Hector Garcia is, right? He was the guy that went in there and destroyed Prime Time. He went in there and destroyed that man. And so y'all know how that goes. Let me go and get these banners up and stuff and rolling across. And that way when people come in, guess what? The channel can be up. We can go ahead and have all this stuff up and going. That way we'll be up for the phone lines. Let everybody go. When they say when it's up, it's up, it's up. That's what's up. All right, here we go. All right, let's see everybody come on in, man. Let's see everybody rolling up. Salute, Anthony, man. Appreciate you rolling up here in this camp, man. Appreciate it. How was your week, brother? How was your day going, man? It's time for us to cook in on this, man. Andrea, what's up? Appreciate you rolling up in here. Salute. Yeah, I'm glad everybody roll up in here. What do you guys think about Hector Garcia versus Tank Davis? I know last night we was talking about Tank and Ryan, and they got that deal done, but Tank is taking a fight right before time, and it is Hector Garcia. Yeah, so you know who Hector Garcia is. He went in there and beat Prime Time down. Anthony Johnson, appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. $1 in the cash out, man. Hey, every night you come through for a brother, man. We appreciate you, man. The channel, everybody appreciate you for that, man. That keeps the channel growing, man. Appreciate it. So what's your thoughts on this, man? What's your thoughts on this? Hector Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Meanwhile, Bud is taking a soft touch. What's your thoughts on all of that, man? What's your thoughts on Gervonta not taking a tune-up? Because Hector is not a tune-up, man. Hector is definitely not a tune-up. He said, everything good, show. Worked all day, ready for the show. Appreciate it, man. You know what, man? I was ready for the show tonight. I said, you know what? I ain't going to hold everybody too late tonight like I've been doing throughout the week, but we're going to be doing a touch and go tonight. We're going to talk about this little thing and let everybody roll on out and enjoy the rest of their night. But yeah, he said, this is a good tune-up fight. Hector had a good showing against Colbert. Man, listen, he beat Chris Colbert down. Chris Colbert talked all that shit, man. And then the thing about Chris Colbert, he quit inside the ring. Chris quit inside the ring, man. Terry Smoot, what's up with you, fam? Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Yeah. How was your week, brother? Glad you make it on in. Like I said, we're going to cap the week off right now. We're going to talk a little bit of boxing. Like I said, I ain't going to hold everybody late tonight. We're going to do a little bit of talking, get it out of our system, prepare ourselves for the weekend. Too bad we don't have a great fight coming up this weekend, but that's all right. We can cook about this, what's going on with here. But yeah, Hector Garcia, man, he beat Chris Colbert, man. And Chris Colbert really went in there playing them games, and dude handed his butt to him. And I like that. See, that's why you can't be in there just showboating around and being flashy, right? I can be the only one showboat, man. You know what I mean? I can get on here and showboat, but you can't be showboating in the ring all the time. You got to be able to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? And Chris Colbert, man, I guess he started buying into his own stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. He said Chris Colbert is irrelevant now. Man got dropped by Garcia and didn't want the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Now I can see if he said, hey, man, that was an off night. Let me go do what I got to do and go back after that guy. Chris Colbert took his position. He could have got back if he had a fought Spence them. He went on into them over there. Things would have been a little better for him. But what did he do? He pulled out of that Frank Martin fight. He pulled out of the Frank Martin fight. Well, he didn't. His trainers did. So, you know, they all in the same, you know. I guess he ain't ready. I guess that broke him, man. That broke his spirits. He said Colbert capping against Earl and Wilder caught up to him, and Hector smashed him. I was glad he got crushed. My man, my man. Hey, I appreciate you on that one. That's straight up. Listen, I agree with you. I was so happy about that. It's like all that stuff. Oh man, he just need to shut up and just fight. Yeah, Chris got gone sell chicken from now on. He ain't gonna sell chicken from now on. Nah. Yeah. Oh no, you said he should go on and sell chicken from now on. Yeah, he should. He should. He really should. Because his career over with. His career over with, man. Yeah, he said true. He was dissing a bunch of black fighters. That comment is a true B. It definitely is. It definitely is. But this is my thing. Why is it everybody gets high up on the horse and they want to start talking trash to other fighters and stuff, right? But they ain't really wanting to get out there and put they money where their mouth is, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Chris Colbert got beat and had no answers. No answers. And what did Shakur Stevenson say? Shakur Stevenson said the dude quit in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson gave him hell. The dude quit in the ring. And then now he could have fought Frank Martin. Didn't want to fight him. Didn't want to fight him. At the end of the day, I think that dude's spirit is broke. When you see him now, he ain't even in shape. He fat. He out of shape. Man, he got to hurry up and turn that around and get that back together, man. Dude seemed like he had some talent, but he thought he was more talented than what he was. And now Gervonta Tank Davis is taking on Hector. Hector can box. I got Tank winning that fight. Now I don't think it's gonna be a run through. I don't think Tank gonna run through him like in the first round. I don't think he'll do that, but I don't think he's on Tank's level though. Tank is gonna show you that there's different levels to this. He said, man, got beat so bad he ditched his hairstyle and now he has a low fade and stopped dyeing his hair. Hey, listen. hey, hey, Terry. Hey, let me tell you something, man. The dude was fighting for a cause, right? And now he ain't even fighting for his own cause. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they showed that knockdown. Hey, his little colorful hair, boots, and gloves all up in there. Dude put him on his back, man. Yeah, dude put him on his back hard. Said Jermell Charlo better be careful. Also, Tim Tszyu ain't no pushover. Nah, Tim Tszyu ain't no pushover. But I think Jermell is the real deal. I don't think he takes anybody lightly, especially when he knows how the judges do him. You know what I'm saying? If it's a close fight, the judges don't really go in his favor too much. Like he beat Tony Harrison. He beat Tony Harrison in the first fight. So he had to stop Tony Harrison in the second fight. I actually had him ahead by at least 1 point, and I was okay with a draw against Castano. I really was. I was okay with a draw with that, but I really thought that Jermell won that fight. But that's why he had to come back and stop them fighters. You know what I'm saying? So I think right now Jermell knows in his mind he can't go in there and let that fight be close. Because if it's close, they're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not a well-liked guy. You know what I'm saying? And then plus when he beat Castano that last time and was talking all that stuff, man, hey, now y'all can't deny me, you can't deny me. And some of them reporters in there, they all talk. They all call him names. I mean, I ain't gonna say they call him names. They all talk stuff behind his back. You know they do. You know they do. You know they do. And when I say call them names, I don't mean nothing like they saying racial stuff. I mean like I don't like that dude. That dude ain't. You know what I mean? They talk about him because I don't think a lot of them media members like Jermell Charlo. I don't think they do. I think they think him and his brother are a little too hyped up. I think they do. So I think that they don't really, you know what I mean? When they talk to other people, you know, that stuff spreads. When they don't like you, they don't like you. But no, I think it's gonna be a little. Charlo really. I think it's gonna be a fight better. I think he's gonna do a better job at beating Tim Tszyu better than he beat Castano. I think he will. I think Castano is a better fighter than Tim Tszyu. I really do. Heard Tim Tszyu is hiring Gusha as his sparring partner to prep for Charlo. He might. But the thing about it is, Charlo with Derek James in his corner, man, is a beast, man. When he listens if Charlo listens to Derek James and stick to the game plan and don't let his pride get in the way where he going in there trying to hurry up and put somebody to sleep looking for the knockout, guess what? He said, remember, if Gasha can drop Zoo, imagine what Charlo will do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Charlo gonna stop him. I like watching the Charlos fight. Yeah, me too. I like watching Charlos fight. Only thing about the Charlos is they get so hyped up, and Derek James try to get him to calm that down so he can think clearly. Because when he gets in those fights, man, he be trying to let me knock him out, let me knock him out. He's looking for the knockout. You can see he's looking for the knockout, and that's why he don't. The first fight with Tony Harrison and the first fight with Castano, he didn't really get it. I think they got up under his skin and he wanted to go in there and prove something. He had was really trying to really prove something by stopping these guys. When Derek James calmed him down a little bit and said, "Hey, make these adjustments, man, and go in there and fight like this." When he did that in both fights, he broke them dudes down and stopped them. If he does that from the beginning of the fight all the way through in the first fight, it won't be a second fight. It won't be. It won't be a second fight. It won't be. I don't think Tim Tszyu makes it to the end of the fight. I don't. I don't. Jermell Charlo, listen, those two fights that he had with Castano and Tony Harrison, you know he learned a lot from them two fights. That made him a better fighter. It really did. Them wars, and I don't think those wars took a whole lot out of him, like where he's damaged good. He done been in a good hard fights, but I don't think there were like a war where he left a lot in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I think he's got a lot of fight left in him. I think it actually make him a better fighter. It's gonna make him smarter because he's gonna see how he broke those guys down. And when they get back into their training camps, Derek James gonna take them through his fights and show him what he did right, what he did wrong. And in both fights, when he fought that second fight the way he did, like Derek James told him to, it worked out perfect. It worked out perfect. And I think that's what's gonna happen on that Tim Tszyu thing. I really do. I just don't think Tim Tszyu got enough for him, man. I don't. Anything can happen, but I just don't. I don't see it. He said if Tim exposes Jermell and it goes all 12 rounds, I see Bud going to 154 to fight Charlo for undisputed. I ain't gonna say he's gonna expose him because I don't think it's no exposing that dude. I think that dude is the real deal. I think if somehow he makes it 12 rounds by not wanting to engage, because Charlo has shown that he has a real good, awesome chin and he can stand in there and bang, right? Now, can Tim Tszyu stand in there and bang and take that stuff? Maybe, maybe not, but he's going to be chopping at Tim Tszyu's body, right? But let's say Tim Tszyu makes it 12 rounds. It still doesn't help Bud because Bud can't, listen, Bud can't handle that. Bud can't handle it. Bud might say he wants those fights, but Bud is showing me something different. Bud's got doubt in his mind, and Charlo doesn't have any doubt in his mind he can beat Bud. Bud is having doubts. And maybe I'm wrong about Bud having doubts. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really see Bud having doubts. He said the Charlos need to fight at least 3 times a year. They could enhance their profile and open the door for outside opportunities. I agree with that. I agree with that. They definitely don't need to fight less than twice a year, but they do need to be about close to 3. Definitely 2. Definitely 2 times a year. They definitely need that. They need that activity. To be honest, all fighters need that. All fighters need to be fighting twice a year. Because when they fight once a year and then something gets delayed, then they done spent a whole lot of time out of the ring. You think a fighter done fought one time a year for 3 years, had 3 fights in 3 years. That's not a lot of activity, man. You can't stay sharp. It's hard to stay sharp. When they fight back to back, that keeps them sharp. So they need to get those. He said fighters now don't market themselves to get those endorsements deals. Bud killing his chance to be a household name. Bud is definitely killing his chance to be a household name. Let me tell you something. Bud went up on Twitter today. Y'all see what Bud saying. I'm gonna read what Bud said on Twitter. Hold on. Let me go and get this out here on Twitter. Let me get this out here on Twitter. Right here. And I retweeted Bud. I don't know if he's gonna hit me back. But Bud said, where'd he go? Where'd Bud go? He said the real flex is I'm living life happy. Paid, and a lot of y'all is sad, jealous, broke, and miserable. I'll read that again for y'all. He said, the real flex is I'm living life happy. Paid, and a lot of y'all is mad, is sad, jealous, broke, and miserable. That's Buzz's mind frame. Oh, okay. So we said the same thing. Yeah, Buzz out here dissing his supporters on Twitter, talking about he living his good life while supporters and fans are broke and miserable. Yeah, 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 yeah. Floyd fought often until he retired. Yeah, yeah. But see, this is the problem. Bud going out here talking all this crap to people, right? Why are you getting mad at the public? Oh, I tweeted Bud. Let me tell you what my tweet said. Oh, let's go on let's go on back to my spot. Let me go on back to my spot. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you what I sent Bud. Hold on. Oh yeah, I tweeted Paulie Malignaggi to all boxers. Oh yeah, Rick Glacier. Oh, but let me stick to Bud first. Let me stick to Bud first. I put Bud on. I said, after Bud's tweet, I said, Bud said the real flex is I'm living life happy, paid, and a lot of y'all is sad, jealous, broke, and miserable. Then I tweeted Bud and said, at Terrence Crawford, when we say Canelo is ducking and fighting tomato cans, you agree. When you do the same exact thing and we call you out, you call us haters. How does that work? By the way, nobody believes you, not even your team. You'll stand on that duck move no matter what, whether you like it or not. Whether he likes it or not, Bud is gonna stand on that move. And then let me tell you what's funny. And then Rick Glacier was in a Terrence, you're correct. Luckily, I'm not one of them, right? And I said, so I hit him up. I said, at Rick Glacier, were you on your knees when you tweeted that? I want to know. Yeah, I'm giving everybody hell, man. And I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it. I even gave Polly hell. I gave Polly hell today, too. Polly was tweeting, and I said, at Polly Malignaggi, ever since Adrian Broner banged your girl, you've been bitter towards us black folks. Earl Spence, can you call AB and have him apologize to Polly so Polly can stop hating on us? Sure did. Hey, go check out my Twitter, man. They'll respond. I'm gonna keep chopping them trees down. Listen, I stand on what I say, man. I stand on it. Hey, listen, man. I'm giving these dudes hell, man. Was Glazer on his knees when he was tweeting that? Yeah. Because he's sitting out there. Listen, I said that the other day. I said, Rick Glazer, I said, how does it feel when you fall down from grace? I ain't fail. I mean, he responded back to me that day, right? Get my stuff together. Yeah, I like keeping it warm and cozy up here in this camp. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I asked him. I said, Rick, was you on your knees when you tweeted that? You over there groveling and hopefully Terrence to throw you a bone, man. That's just sad, man. You're shell of a man. You out there sucking. I mean, I don't mean to say I know we got women here. I ain't trying to. Man, you down there on this dude doing all this stuff, groveling for Bud, man. It's just sad, man. He said Polly and Rick Glacier are culture vultures. Polly dogged Al out and begged for a payday. Glacier is garbage and gets on barbershop conversations and insults us. Oh yeah, he does. He does. But I'm giving it right back to him. Let me tell you something. They gonna listen right now. They're just gonna keep on ignoring me. They think, oh, I don't want to talk to that dude. I don't want to give him that shine. But what I'm saying is 100% facts. You know what I'm saying? Bud, listen? Y'all heard Bud check Canelo. Did he? Did he not? Oh, Canelo don't want to fight nobody. He ain't fighting no black fighter. Bud, you ain't fighting nobody. But when we said about you, Bud, we hating. Yeah, right. He said, sad thing is, it's only 20-something days until Bud fights, and there has been no press conference, face-off, or acknowledgement by the WBO sanctioning this fight. Because everybody knows exactly what that is. That's a cash grab. It's stupid, and Bud should not be all in the middle of that shit. That's exactly what it is. Bud shouldn't be in the middle of that shit. Bud has done himself a disservice. He has stepped over dollars to pick up pennies, is what Bud has done. That's what Bud does. He's out here trying to convince people. And like y'all said, he's out here on Twitter trying to argue and fight with people. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And nobody believes him. He said, we all streaming Bud fight. He knows it. Listen, let me tell you this. I'm going to be watching the top ranked card that night. I'm not even watching Bud. I'm not watching him. I'm not watching that garbage. It's hot garbage is what it is. And Bud is wrong for that, man. How you going to be number one, pound for pound, questionably number one, but you let Tank Davis go fight Hector Garcia. You let Earl Spence go take on him. Everybody's taking on a bigger name than you, and you the top dog. Oh, man, ATL Anonymous, salute, man. Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Appreciate it, fam. Glad to see you up in here, man. We on here going off, man. We on here talking about Hector Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, man. And it's crazy, man. How are you going to let Gervonta Tank Davis go and fight a good fight, man? Chris Colbert got his ass handed to him by Hector Garcia. Hector beat him down, man. Beat him down so bad, it broke his spirit. It broke his spirit. You know what I mean? Chris Colbert's spirit is broke. And that's the truth. Chris Colbert's spirit is broke. And y'all know it. Yeah, we're going to keep cooking them ducks, man. Because, man, let me tell you something. They all doing it. And Chris Colbert is a big duck. Yeah, his trainer pulled out. But if he really wanted that fight, his trainer wouldn't have pulled out. His trainer wouldn't have pulled out. He didn't want that fight. He got his feelings hurt. He got somebody that wasn't buying into all that flashiness and that silliness. Yeah, you showboating around. Tell him he can't showboat around. It's only one person showboating. That's me. I'm showboating. He's not showboating. He's just in there playing around. He said, yeah, I'll definitely be watching the Top Rank card and have Bud on the little table. He ain't worth being on the big 60-inch. Yeah, he ain't worth it, man. He is not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Bud is not worth that, man. And it keeps showing you over and over and over again. Anytime you look at Bud, he's tweeting him. Listen, how many times have Bud tweeted about that fight and said, hey, man, y'all this and that, and we're going to... None of that. He's spending more time trying to convince us that we haters than he's trying to show his fight coming up. I said Cobra hurt just like Montana Love. Those humble losses hurt the most. Oh, yeah. Humble. When you get, listen, I'm okay with a guy that talks trash. I'm with it, but you got to back it up. You know what I'm saying? You got to back it up. Forget all the glitz and glamour. All that. If you can do all that, fine with it. But at the end of the day, your ass got to be able to fight. And you got to have heart. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to call other people out. When Chris Colbert called out when he called out Wilder, when he called out Wilder and he was like, oh man, he just need to shut up and box. I'm like, okay. I was a little, it kind of ruffled my feathers with that, but I was like, okay, well, at least he's standing on the square. You know, everybody can't agree. Maybe he just don't like Wilder, right? He said, I don't really see Colbert being humbled. Man, hey, I see he's humbled. And the reason why I say he's humble, because he ain't, listen, if he wins a bout, he'll come back talking trash. But right now, that dude, his spirit broke. That dude is like 400 pounds now. He done got fat. Now, he ain't that big, but he's out of shape. He's out of shape. He don't want it. For him to pass up Frank Martin, he don't want no, listen, he didn't go avenge his loss, and he didn't go after Frank Martin. So who else is he going to fight? Who else is he going to fight? He just kicked himself to the back of the bus. You know what I mean? Well, let's say back of the line, because the back of the bus is for the cool kids. He ain't a cool kid. He's in the back of the bus. Chris Colbert is in the back of the bus. And I can't believe you're going to let Gervonta Tank Davis go fight. And if Gervonta Tank Davis fights Hector and destroys Hector, Chris Colbert is really in a bad situation because he didn't defend his loss. He didn't avenge his loss. That's what he should have done. Oh, I think Frank Martin would have too. Yeah, my money was on Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin would have probably put a hurting on him, and I'm sure his team knew that. But go back to the Hector Garcia fight. That's the fight you should have went back to, or you should immediately took a tune-up fight, get your confidence together, and then went and fought Hector Garcia. He had enough time to go fight somebody real quick. They should have put him back on the horse. Once you get beat like that, you go get back on the horse. You know what I'm saying? You go get back on the horse. Go get it you a light touch. He said Frank Martin or Isaac Cruz would beat him bad. He better fight Gamboa to get back in the win column. Nope, Terry Smoot. No. I disagree with you. Let me tell you why, Terry, and you're going to agree with me. I guarantee you're going to agree with me. Let me tell you this. He does not need to fight Gamboa. You know why? Because it's due for Gamboa to win, to finally beat somebody. Somewhere in here, Gamboa is going to get lucky. And if Chris Colbert goes in there and gets beat by Gamboa, his career is over. Leave Gamboa alone. He got to leave Gamboa alone, man. He got to leave Gamboa alone. What's up, 81st? What's up with you, man? Appreciate you rolling up in here, man. Yeah, man, we're here cooking about Hector Garcia versus Tank Davis while Bud is still ducking. Everybody taking on a good, decent fight except for Bud. But yeah, hey, Terry, I'm telling you right now, if he fights Gamboa and Gamboa beats him, man, it's over with. Chris Colbert's career is literally over, man. No, not an L. Yeah, a L. If he listen, Gamboa was a good fighter. He's old now. He probably ain't training like he used to, but somewhere in here, he's gonna get it right. Listen, man, a broke clock is right twice a day. We all know that. And if Chris Colbert goes in there, he's not the most confident fighter right now, right? He's Hey, listen, he's got one foot in retirement and one foot on a banana peel. And his coaches are holding him, trying to bring him back in. He's ready to quit, man. He said if Gamboa beats him, he got to retire right then and there in the ring. Yeah, he got to. What he got to do is, honestly, if he gets beat, hopefully it's by knockout or something, or he fake an injury. You know what I mean? He got to fake an injury and go down like he had a cramp in his leg or something. You know what I'm saying? That's something. He got to have an excuse, man, and then retire in the ring, man, because he'll never live it down, man. He'll never live it down, man. He's talked too much trash. That dude talked so much trash about Earl Spence. He talked trash about Wilder, Deontay Wilder. They're not gonna let that dude live it down. That's why he said, man, look, Chris Colbert can't fight. When they saw the Hector Garcia fight, they knew Chris Colbert is ready for the pickings. And they knew Frank Martin is gonna go in there and light him up. Frank Martin would probably stop that dude if he fought, but he gonna do like he did Hector. He run. He gave up in that fight. Chris Colbert quit in that fight. He talking about, yeah, I got dog in me. You remember he kept saying that? I got dog in me. Chris Colbert got dog in him. It's like a poodle in a leather coat. That's what kind of dog he got in him. A poodle in a leather coat. There you go. Yeah, we need to get a picture of a poodle in a leather coat for Chris Colbert. That's what we need to do, man. A poodle in a leather coat for Chris Colbert. There you go. Hey, we need to get that up there. A poodle in a leather coat for Chris Colbert. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad, dude. It's sad. It's sad. And I ain't riding down on dude because anybody can lose. But when you talk all that shit like you did to Wilder, you got to back it up. He said, true, Colbert went straight on his bike when he got knocked down. Yeah, he went straight on his bike. He would listen. That dude was looking at the clock praying. He's like, man, that's the longest fight of his life. You know that? That was the absolute longest fight of Chris Colbert's life, running from Hector Garcia. And when it was over, did you hear him talk about he want to go get Hector back? He never said that. He didn't want no more Hector Garcia. And Hector Garcia ain't no pushover. I don't think he's going to beat Tank, but he's not a pushover at all. And it's not and listen, and Hector Garcia ain't a stay busy fight. It ain't. That's a fight. I don't understand why Tank just didn't fight Ryan first. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, man. I think Tank will win it, but I don't think that's a fight that you can I don't think it's an easy fight, man. I don't think it's an easy fight at all. Not at all. Not simply put. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna just run through there. He said the fight turned into a track cross country meet. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That dude was watching the clock and everything else. He probably think like, damn, man, I should be home watching Friends. I shouldn't be on here fighting this. I mean, this dude got a bad attitude. Hey, he didn't want no more of that, man. Listen, if he could have just walked outside the ring, just got out of there, he'd have left, man. He'd have left. Listen. Hector took his heart, man, in that ring. He showed that he don't have no dog in him. He showed that. He showed he ain't got no dog in him, man. He talked all like, yeah, I got dog in me, and these dudes can't do. I'm gonna go in there and knock him out. I hope he come forward. Dude came forward, and you couldn't make no adjustments, man. Couldn't make no adjustments. You could listen. He should have held him, man. Listen, hold. He said, not Friends. Yeah, man. That dude wish he was home watching Friends and stuff, man. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight tonight, man. It's a little too cold out here. You know what I mean? Man, with us black and brown people need to stick together, man. We don't need to be about all this violence. That's hey, man. He beat the fight out of Chris Colbert, man. Chris Colbert didn't have shit left, dude. Chris Colbert was done, man. He was like, man, if y'all don't save me and get me the hell out of here, hey, what's up with your bearded one? Appreciate you rolled up in here, fam. Hey, hey, he should have done the Klitschko at home, but he was scared that Hector Garcia was gonna hit him again. Listen. When Hector Garcia, listen, Chris Colbert was doing okay through the fight, but when Hector knocked him down, the fight stayed on the ground. Chris Colbert got up, but his fight stayed on the ground. He didn't want no more of that, man. He was like, man, I should be home, man, with my girl, man. I'm gonna do right by her now, man. You know what I mean? I got problems and stuff, man. I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? He beat the fight out of him, man. Only thing Tank has to do is touch you and your ass is out. Yeah. Hector can fight though, but I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk. I don't think Tank can have him out like first, second round. I don't think it's gonna be that. But I don't think it's a stay busy fight. I think Tank had a Tank gonna have to get busy with it, man. You know what I mean? He got to come with it. It wasn't one. It ain't a Bud Crawford fight that's going down. It ain't that that David Avocado fight. Everybody else got a hard fight. And to be honest, Hector Garcia probably could beat David Avanesian. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chris Colbert, man. Hey, listen, when y'all get a chance, go back and watch that Chris Colbert fight. But watch before he came out, because they, like the days leading up, look at some of the interviews. They say, hey, Chris Colbert, what do you think about Hector Garcia? You know this. He said, oh, man, I'm going to beat him, man. He can't beat me. And they said, well, what about him coming forward? He said, oh, yeah, I hope he does come forward. He said, I hope he does, man. It's just going to make the fight go by real quick. So Hector heard that. Hector said, okay, you want some of this? So he went on in and he came forward. And Chris Colbert, once he fell down, he got up. He's like, man, I should be home watching friends, hanging out with my girl, man. Us black and brown don't need to be fighting in this ring like this, man. I just wasn't, he wanted to be friends, man. He didn't want to fight, man. He didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, David Avanesian said he's coming to take Bud's belt. Yeah, they all say that. David Avanesian ain't coming to do nothing but take a loss. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? David Avanesian is not coming to take nothing but a loss. And Bud knows it. That's why Bud talking cocky. But listen, anything can happen in there. He said, Harris line was hey, that's exactly what it was. The Harris line was over there. He's like, man, this dye running down in my eyes and shit. I gotta go get my hair done later for this. You know what I mean? He said Hector Garcia was a late replacement too, just like how Blair Cobbs lost to Rocha. Yeah, both were replacement fighters who took advantage of theirs. Yeah. But that's what happened to Pacquiao too. But you should be able to make adjustments. But listen, I don't have a problem with Chris Colbert losing, but I have a problem with Chris Colbert quitting. He quit in that ring. He quit. He ran around that ring like, man, like girl, like this, like Maya said, he was waiting on that hair appointment. He's like, man, that hair, the salon is open. I gotta go there. You know what I'm saying? He said, dude is a good boxer, but Davis power going to overpower him. I agree with that. Yeah, Davis gonna beat him. But what I'm saying is Davis got this big fight with Ryan Garcia, right? He could have took a lighter, a stay busy fight. Hector Garcia ain't just an average stay busy fight. It's a legit fight. It is. Now is it the fight I really want to see Tank Davis in? No, I want to see him in Devin, Ryan, or Shakur Stevenson. But anybody up under there, you would see Hector Garcia. You see, he beat the fire out of he beat the color out of he beat the color out of Chris Colbert. Hey, Chris Colbert said, man, I'm not dyeing my hair no more, man. I'm not doing none of this, man. Oh, God. He said, I hope Polynesian Hubble's Bud not beat him, though. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah. Tank is like Spence, no tune-ups. Yeah. Hey, I don't want to see Bud get beat. I don't. But I hope Bud go in there and get humbled just a little bit. I hope Bud take a couple of good shots from. And the reason why I say that is because it tells you can lose to anybody. Ask Anthony Joshua. He went in there and picked Andy Ruiz, thought it was going to be a cherry pick, and got knocked out, got TKO'd. And in the next fight, he was running. He's just jabbing and running. He was like, man, I'm not going to here, man. I'm not dealing with Andy. I don't know what's in them Snickers, man. I don't know what Andy got in them damn Snickers, and I don't want to test it, the power of a Snicker. Because it's, man, let me tell you something. You see Andy and you see Tyson Fury, they both ain't got the best shape. But them dudes come in there and they fight. They got some fire in them gloves a little bit. Well, Andy does anyway. Man, it's crazy. And then you got Bud. Bud is wanting to fight us more than he want to fight Spence. Did y'all see, for the ones that just came in, y'all saw what Bud said? He said, the real flex is I'm living life happy, paid, and a lot of y'all's is sad, jealous, broke, and miserable. And I tweeted back at Bud and I said, at Terrence, when we say Canelo is ducking and fighting tomato cans, you agreed. He did. He got in there and he agreed. He told Canelo, you ain't fighting nobody, right? And then I said, when you do the same exact thing and we call you out on it, then you call us haters. How does that work? By the way, nobody believes you, not even your team. You'll stand on that duck move no matter what, no matter if you like it or not. You're going to stand on that shit, Bud. That shit is going to hurt. And that's why Bud doing all this tweeting. He trying to play like it ain't affecting him. That shit is affecting him. Because Bud, listen, they call him Bud punks. They call him Bud's everything. And don't no real fighter that's #1 pound for pound want to be heard by that. Not like Bud getting too much flack, man. Yeah. So I tweeted Bud. Yeah, I tweeted him, man. Yeah, I sure did. Then I gave it to Rick Glacier's ass too. Yeah, Rick Glacier said, I listened to Earl Spence. No. Let me find that. This way y'all can hear what I said to him too. Yeah, I brought his ass too. Rick Glacier said, off that tweet that Terrence Crawford said, Rick Glacier said, Terrence, you're correct. Luckily, I'm not one of them guys that's hating, that's miserable because they broke, right? So I tweeted Rick Glacier and I said, at Rick Glacier, were you on your knees when you tweeted that to Bud? I want to know, was he on his knees? I need to know. Rick Glacier is on his knees with Bud. Yeah, Bud's feelings hurt. Yeah, his hair turned from blue to bitch red. hey, it's crazy, man. Bud ain't even getting a good night's sleep ever since he chose. Man, Bud ain't sleeping, man. He ain't sleeping, man. He ain't sleeping. Because let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why Bud ain't sleeping, man. See, Bud come in the house, and his old lady tell Bud, man, why don't you help out wash the dishes? And Bud like, hey, man, I pay all the bills. And she like, well, you raising your voice at me, but you ain't raise your voice at Spence. You ain't trying to fight Spence. You know, his girl giving it to him. You know what I mean? Everybody giving Bud hell. The dog looking at him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody mad at Bud. Yeah, but they hating on Earl, talking about he's a drunk right after this man almost died. Talk stuff about the fight with Ugas. Yeah. Remember, before Earl fought Ugas, they was, oh, Ugas is a killer and this and that. Yeah, they are fraud. Yeah. Said the only reason why I feel the way that I feel because he ducked Earl straight up. Yeah. Everybody looking at Bud as a duck, man. Everybody is. That's why I told Bud, your friends and family, they ain't buying into that bullshit you talking, man. Ain't nobody buying into that, man. You know what I'm saying? Bo Mac ain't buying into it. You see, Bo Mac quiet. Nobody is listening to that bull that Terrence Crawford talking, man. Nobody. He can tweet every day all he want. But guess what? It ain't going nowhere. Man, I was on one today. I even gave Paulie Malignaggi hell, too. He was out here. He got this thing pent about Devin Haney. So I retweeted that. I said, at Paulie Malignaggi, ever since Adrian Broner banged your girl, you've been bitter towards us black folk. Earl Spence, can you call AB and have him apologize to Paulie so Paulie can stop hating us? I even said that. Now, I'm going to go after Bomac. I'm going after Bomac, too. Ain't nobody getting no damn sleep on my watch. Y'all done talked all this shit, and now y'all want to be quiet. Nah, man. Nah. It ain't no quiet. Ain't no backing down. We in this thing. Everybody's standing on it. Only way they can buy into it is if it's true about Bud getting $10 million for this fight, and that may not help either. It won't, because he'd have made more money with Spence. Would have been a bigger fight. And guess what? He could have took that. Listen, if he beat Spence, right? Let's say he would have had to knock Spence out, so it wouldn't really want a rematch. Like if he just went there and dog walked Spence and knocked him out, Spence I think Spence would have took the rematch, but maybe they'd be like, hey, Spence, you need to, you know what I mean? We need to go get you. He could have fought David Avocado after that. Let's say he beat Spence twice. He could have fought David out of Avocado out of that. That money wasn't going nowhere. That wasn't one of those fights that you just had to take right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. He said, I don't want to even see Spence versus Crawford no more. I do. I still want to see it. I still want to see it. But hopefully they both get past that. He said, Crawford, be quiet. Be quiet, whispers in the room when Spence there. When he leave, he be talking again. Yeah. Spence Debo now. Yeah, when Spence leave, he'll be talking again. Crawford will be talking again. Man, that's how I go down. That's how I go down. And listen, I'm not giving them dudes a break. Not me. I'm tweeting them dudes to the end. My Twitter, hey, Rick Glacier responded to me one day. He ain't respond to me again. They ain't gonna respond to me, man. They ain't gonna respond. Man, we ain't gonna give him no clap. But everything I say, they gonna see it. They ain't gonna say nothing about it. Rick responded the other day. Man, I said, man, how does it feel you fell from grace? That dude fell all the way from grace, man. What's up, big dog? He said, Bud feeling the heat. Now he disrespecting fans. Yeah, Bud is a duck. Bud is like 34 to 35. He is aged. Oh, Bud is 35. Yeah, he done turned 35. Bud just turned 35. You know what I'm saying? He said, Bud, I ain't broke. I got 40. Yeah, 40 pounds to spend. Yeah. Bud's sister got more to say than Bo Mac. Yeah. Hey, Bud think everybody broke, but that ain't the case. You got to be broke and hating if you got something to say about Bud. But Bud said the same thing about Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Bud said the same thing about Canelo. Y'all saw him check Canelo. Everybody saw that. I was like, man, go ahead, Bud. Listen, I was in her dogging Canelo out over in I was dogging Canelo out over in Facebook, right? I give people hell on Facebook, right? And like Terrence Crawford's nephew, Trayvon Crawford. Oh, dude, I gave him hell. He don't even respond to me no more in them chats. I gave him hell. We was actually they invited me on this channel. One of my boys did, and they all real good friends. They invited me on the channel, so we was in there going back and forth. After that, man, that dude disappears. But he come in there and say one thing, say something else. Trayvon Crawford, but yeah, man, I was in there going off on Canelo, and I was like, yeah, man, Bud and Spence, those are true champions. And if either one of them done it, I would dog them. I don't care if it's Spence, I don't care if it's Bud, and I'm giving them hell. Next thing I know, Bud does this crap. Oh, they riding down. But guess what? They didn't have to. They was ready to ride down. Hey, say it ain't so. And guess what I did? I will start riding in on Bud. And now they quiet. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna help me ride in on Bud? They thought I was just doing it because I didn't like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you always bad mouthing Canelo. I said, man, I bad mouthed Keith Thurman. I gave Keith Thurman hell. And I'm still pissed off at Keith Thurman. I still feel like I want to see him fight Boots and let Boots knock him out. I think Boots will beat Keith Thurman. I really do. I'd like to see the fight. Yeah. He said Bud needs fans. His mindset is remedial. 35 years old, but act like he's 15. Yeah. He act like one of them kids that's trying to convince you, man. I'm like, Bud, who you trying to convince, man? You keep telling me how happy you are, how you can retire. You don't need Spence. Then do it, bro. Stand on it. Matter of fact, we getting ready to make you stand on it. He said Bud's fans only online because they damn sure don't show up at his fights. Yeah. Listen, man, they won't pay. Listen, they won't pay for them Groupon tickets. Bud is going to have to give out the whole tickets to everybody on in his community. You know what I'm saying? Bud think he's a Hall of Famer for beating Gamboa. He does. Bud thinks he's a Hall of Famer because he beat Gamboa. He thinks it because he beat Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I came to 3 different weight classes and I beat everybody and I knocked this person, I knocked that person. Man, look who you knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nobody on there that's hard. It's crazy, man. People that's really happy, just be happy. Don't tweet, I'm sorry, happy. I'm so happy. Yeah, listen, Bud is trying to convince you of his greatness, and he don't have to do that. If you're that great, you'll be fighting the best people. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't understand is some of these older boxers, they supporting that bullshit. How do you support that? Please tell me that. How do you support that? How do you see out there and you see what's going on and you support it? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he need to go get his money. Okay, Bud said he agreed to everything. So why we still talking about money? Bud went and took this fight over here. So what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? He chose David Avocado. He chose David Avenesian when he could have chose Ortiz, or he could have chose Boots. He could have chose them dudes, but he didn't. He about to buy all his tickets and give them out for Thanksgiving. yeah. Hey, that's gonna be their early Christmas present. And guess what? When he get them tickets, they still ain't going because they don't want to pay for parking. And that's a damn shame. He said Bud isn't going to let Spence have the opportunity to be undisputed on his watch. Bud is going to hold that belt hostage to wait Spence out. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Bud ain't giving Spence a chance. Yeah. And like you said, Britta one, Bud is going to give all them tickets out on Thanksgiving, and the arena still ain't going to be packed because you know why? His fans ain't going to pay the $10 to $20 to park. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And y'all remember in COVID, they had little cutout people up in the stands. When y'all watch that fight, look and see if it's any cutout people in the stands to see. To see. Hey, see if they put the cutout people in the stands to see if to make it look like it's packed. And they're gonna have them cardboard COVID people up in the stands, making it look like it's packed for Bud's fight. Hey, and then they gonna be pumping noise. Hey, y'all know at sporting events they pump in cheering and crowd noises like it's a full crowd. They be putting that shit on speakers, man. They gonna do that. Bud gonna have his uncle in there with a boom box, one of them old boom boxes in there, playing some crowd noises and shit, making it seem like it's a crowd in there with all them cutout people. God damn. Hey, man, let me chill, man. Let me chill, dude. Oh my God, man. We're gonna think it's another COVID fight with Bud now, man. That's what we're gonna think, dude. Man, how do you fall down that far, man? Bud just jumped himself off the side of the pit, man. Bud has hurt himself ridiculously, man. And Tank them didn't make it no better because Tank goes out and go fight a decent person. Spence going out fighting a decent person. Boots trying to fight a decent person, and they running from that. They running. He said 18,000 seat arena, and tickets were selling as low as $40 to $80. Yep, and BLK pay-per-view is $40. How much money does BLK Prime expect to lose? I can't believe this $10 million purse for him, like $1 to $2 million for David. Yeah, they said that it's supposed to be 20,000 seats, right? Terry, it's supposed to be 20,000 seats, and they said Bud is getting 10 million, and David Avenesian is supposed to get 5 million. So it's a $15 million payday going out for two fighters. And it ain't got nothing to do with the arena. It ain't got nothing to do with security. It ain't got nothing to do with the cutout cardboard people that they got to put in. And it ain't got nothing to do with Bud's uncle going around with a boombox playing music for Bud, making it seem like it's a bunch of crowd in there. So they already putting this joint on when they do spelling bees. Hey, I'm telling you, man. It's sad, man. It's sad. Listen, it's sad, dude. And Bud stuff ain't sold out. Sad thing, a week or two later is the women's volleyball game. Oh, you right. Oh man, it's already sold out and Bud ain't sold out. Oh man. You know what, man? Oh, you got them Salvation Army prices. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do, man. This is what I'm gonna do for Bud. I'm gonna send Bud a whole bunch of pictures of people faces like down here where I'm at, right? And that way they can put it on them cardboard people that they're gonna put in the stands so it look like they don't have the same face, man. I'm gonna help Bud out, man. I'm gonna help him out, man. I'm gonna help Bud out, man. All them cutout people that's gonna be up in the stands, man. What's up, Chris Trucker? Listen. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, when y'all look at the stands gonna be empty. Either A, they're gonna push everybody to one section and only show that section from one or two camera angles. They're not gonna show the whole stadium. The stadium ain't gonna be sold out. And certain fans, they not gonna zoom in on certain fans because then y'all gonna know it's a cardboard cutout. So they're not gonna do that. So they got to try to make Bud look good because they don't want Bud's stock to drop all the way down. They want this fight to sell between him and Spence, man. They don't want Bud to look too bad. They don't. They don't want Bud to look too bad for that, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It's sad, man. It's sad. And Bud's uncle, like I said, the one going through there pumping that stadium music in with that boom box. Hey, they got to pay him too, man. They got to pay him too. So I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But I know it's crazy. And maybe, you know what? Maybe Chris Colbert will be there, man. Chris Colbert need to go hang up with Bud, man. He does. Because they need support. He said, I seen the tickets on the back of my receipt at the Kroger store. Yeah, 50% off. Man, listen, when your tickets make it to Groupon with 40% off at Groupon and it don't, hey, man. Hey, the background is going to be CGI. The background going to be CGI, and they're going to go with the same protocol. Listen, right now they ordering the same protocol, the COVID protocol. Listen, go get them, lay the cardboard people up in the stands, and make sure the camera people do not zoom in on them cardboard people, man. Yeah, don't zoom in on my cardboard people, man. And Chris Colbert somewhere, he might go in there. Chris Colbert might be helping him with the music. I don't know, man. Hey, Maya said Chris Colbert was at the beauty salon. She said Bud gonna ask for 10,000 feet ring like plant. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Listen, this fight is gonna get out of hand. And listen, man, all the stuff that's going on in boxing right now, man, with all these people ducking, they gonna all have to stand on that. It's all gonna cost them in the pocket in the long run, especially when these other fighters start fighting. When Tank doesn't go take an easy fight, and Tank, listen, Hector Garcia ain't the hardest fight out there. He just ain't. I don't think he's the baddest dude out there, but he's a good, solid fighter and a stay busy fighter. Now, I don't know who Ryan Garcia is fighting. Anybody, did they say who Ryan Garcia is fighting next? I haven't seen that yet. If y'all know who Ryan Garcia is fighting, y'all let me know. But this is a good fight for Tank Davis. I don't know why he just didn't take a light touch or wait on what's the name. You know what I mean? But that's what true fighters do. I guess everybody can't be Bud. Everybody ain't gonna be Bud taking that. You know what I'm saying? You know what? This will happen. Everybody dogging Bud so bad. Everybody else like, oh, hell no, man. I don't want none of that, man. Get me somebody good to fight. That's what's happening. Hey, listen. Everybody see the backlash of Bud and Bud trying to fight America. It's Bud versus the American fans. No other fighter wants that shit. Every other fighter like, nah, bro. Nah, man. I'd rather go fight one good person than fight 100,000, 1,000,000 people out here, man. I ain't want to do all that. I ain't want to do all that, bro. And Chris Colbert just decided he just don't want to fight no more. He's somewhere fixing chicken, getting his, and he ain't getting his hair dyed no more. He changed his look so nobody won't see him in public and know who he is, man. Chris Colbert is going around trying to say he's Bootsy Badass's cousin. That's why he got that little fade like Bootsy, and he trying to tell it. They say, ain't you Chris Colbert, the guy that used to? He said, nah, man, I'm Bootsy's cousin. I'm Bootsy's cousin from Cleveland. Oh, okay. Oh, you Bootsy cousin. Yeah. That's what he's saying now. He ain't saying he a boxer. Oh, Bud done destroyed the ideal cherry picking. Hell yeah, he has. Hell yeah, he has. He said they about to put Canelo crowd in the background to make it look like he got fans. Yeah, they going to CGI that shit right in because that's going to hurt Bud's stock big time, man. If Bud has that fight up there, it's pay-per-view for $40. If that shit don't sell like 50,000, which I don't think it will, if it don't sell 50,000 and in the stadium, it doesn't have a lot of people in there and ain't sold out with 20,000 people, Bud is hurting. Bud is hurting bad. But he'll still say, oh, man, everybody's just hating on me, man. That's what he's going to say. I'm just going to retire. I'm going to take my gloves and go home. I'm tired of y'all hating on me. Y'all know I'm great. That's Bud right there. Y'all know I'm great. Y'all just hating. Black people. That's what Bud going to come out next. He going to try to fight every black person in America. That's what's coming next. Bud is gonna try to fight every black person in America. This is what he gonna do. So y'all be careful out there. Y'all be safe. Bud gonna be ready to fight. If you black, Bud gonna be ready to fight. He gonna be ready to fight because black people hating on him. That's what Bud said. Sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. Hey, yeah, man. It's sad, Chris Trucker. It's sad, man. It really is. And it's also sad, like I said, we was talking about Chris Colbert earlier, right? Chris Colbert, after he got knocked down, man, he got up without the fight in him. He said, but Bud said in several interviews that he doesn't need Earl for his legacy. He said that, but he needs us fans. See, Bud needs the fans, and Bud trying to fight the fans. He said Bud took the Canelo way to be undisputed, fighting bums his whole career. That's why he ain't trying to fight an A+ fighter. Now, Bud ain't. Listen, man, I took up for Bud. I was like, Bud is my number one fighter, my number one pound for pound. Spence, number two, close. I say 1A and 1B until they fight, but I had Bud being a little bit ahead. But I said, Spence is my number one welterweight. And I picked Spence to beat Bud, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you, Spence my favorite fighter, but I still had Bud my number one pound for pound. I thought Bud earned that position better than Spence. I said, now when Spence fight him, and if he beats Bud, then he'll get number one pound for pound. But I had to take Bud down from pound for pound because he went and fought David Avenesian instead of a hard fight. If he had said, I'm not fighting Spence because I need a stay busy fight, and he had to chose Boots, Thurman, or Ortiz, I would have went for that. I said, okay, well, okay, cool. Cool, I get it. I get that. I get that. You agree to their terms. You'll fight them next year, but you wanted one fight this year. I get it. I give you that. Okay, cool. I give you that. But Bud ain't want to do that. Bud ain't want to do that, man. It's crazy, man. It's sad. But we need to find out who Ryan gonna fight, and we need to see. We definitely need to see who Ryan gonna fight next. And I really want to know who Chris Colbert gonna fight next, because after he done dodged Frank Martin, I do want to see if he gonna get himself back up off the mat. You know what I'm saying? He left himself laying down on the mat. His feelings and his hair color is on the mat. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that like straight up. I gotta see that. I gotta see it. Anybody got anything going on this weekend, man? Any fights going on this weekend that I might have missed? He's a great fighter, but all he fights is poodles, not two dogs. Yeah, fights is poodles, not dogs. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Not top dogs. Got you. I was trying to figure it out. Yeah, not top dogs. What's up with you, Diana? Oh man, we're in here cooking. Glad you rolled up here in this camp. Yeah, we're gonna catch you up to speed real quick. We talking about the Hector Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis. That's Tank's stay busy fight before he fights Ryan, which I got Tank winning that, but it's not a cakewalk. He didn't just choose a David Avenesian fight. You see what I'm saying? So I give him credit, but I'm like, Tank, you chose a little hard fight, man. And then we talked about how Chris Colbert didn't want to fight Hector Garcia again. And how Chris Colbert, we talking about he wanted out of that ring when he quit. He quit in that ring. So that's where we are right now. We talking about those fights. It's crazy. It's crazy, Diana. I don't know what's going on with that Chris Colbert, but you can't talk all that shit about Deontay Wilder, and you can't talk all that shit about Earl Spence and then go in there and don't fight. You don't go avenge your loss, and you don't go in there and try to fight Frank Martin to step up. So, and he's still talking about what he gonna do. Man, he ain't gonna do nothing, man. Oh, Garcia does have true skills. He really does. He's a good, solid fighter. I think Tank beats him, but I don't think it's gonna be a cakewalk. I don't think Tank runs through Garcia like first round. What I'm saying, I don't think he knocks him out first round. I don't. He said Tank better not take this lightly. Nah, I don't think Tank will. Plus, he got Floyd there. Floyd helps him make some good adjustments, and Tank listens. But I think Tank is a little bit better fighter. But I want to see it. I can't wait to see that fight. It's gonna be a good fight. It's supposed to be January the 7th. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that fight. I definitely want to see that. That's a very good fight for Tank, keeping himself on his toes. Yeah, it is. It is, because hard fights keep making you, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, that fight to get him ready for Ryan Garcia. Because he's a taller fighter, got some good long arms and stuff on there. He comes forward. He got some good skills. Got some good skills. So that'll help him for that Ryan fight. It really will. It really will. Ryan's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight. And I think Ryan's gonna get up for that fight. I think that fight right there is gonna motivate Ryan to really come all out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take training serious. Right now, they gonna take this training camp serious, and then they're gonna go right back in the training camp again for that next one. Because they really, really, really want to knock the other one out. I think Tank beats them both, him and Ryan, but I don't think it's just gonna be so easy. I don't think it's gonna be a run through. It ain't gonna be a Bud versus David Avanesian fight. It ain't gonna be a easy fight like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be a fight like that. You know that fight, Bud's fight like that'll be like Canelo's fight with Yildirim. You know what I mean? Or Caleb Smith. That's what it reminds me of. Major facts. That's my point. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a damn good point. Because it's gonna be a good fight to keep him busy all the way up into. So, and what's good about this, we already know what's next for both of them. I like that. I like that they're gonna have a fight that's a decent fight. Hopefully, Ryan has a good, decent fight. And then after this fight, they win. We already know where they're going to next. He said, any more on the undercard for Bud's fight? I think they're gonna Bud's little cousins and stuff gonna fight. I think he got two little kids from the neighborhood. They're gonna get in there and do the opening act for Bud. Damn, don't compare Avanesian to Yildirim. Yeah, Avanesian is Yildirim, man. He's the 2.0 Yildirim. Yeah, Bud, man. Hey, the undercard at Bud, man. I don't know who it is. It might be some little kids over the neighborhood from Bud. Yeah, some of the kids from the community center. He letting them fight on his undercard. That's what's gonna happen. Hey, like we said, Diana, it ain't gonna be a problem because ain't nobody gonna be in there. But hey, Britta once said Bud's gonna give them tickets out on Thanksgiving. He gonna give everybody a ticket on Thanksgiving. And I said that ain't nobody still gonna show up at the fight with free tickets because they're not gonna want to pay for parking. Ain't nobody gonna come all the way down in that arena to watch Bud fight and have to pay $20 to get in for parking, man. They ain't want to pay that. They're like, man, we already know Bud gonna win. He fighting this avocado dude. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody else gonna be there. Like we said, they're gonna have little cutout figures up in the stands. Like they did before. Fake people up in the stands to make it look like it's packed. It's not gonna be packed, and I don't know who the undercard is. Hell, I don't think Bud even realized he fighting here shortly in a couple of weeks. Bud don't even know. Bud told me he training. Bud ain't training. He's somewhere on Twitter tweeting everybody. He said Ryan has to work on keeping his chin down and stop pulling straight back in the line. Yeah, his angles and stay away from the left uppercut and the right hook from Tank. Yeah. And you guess what? Ryan is going to definitely have to do that. He's got to go side to side. Like you said, don't pull straight back and keep his chin down. And keep that jab out there. He's going to have to keep that jab in Tank's face. He got to have a stiff jab and keep that damn jab in Tank's face. Slow it down just a hair. Don't just be in there just doing Flash Gordon. I mean, not Flash Gordon, but just the Flash. Don't be in there just trying to see just how fast you can throw him, which speed will happen a little bit, but you just got to keep that jab. You're going to need a harder punch for Tank. Keep Tank at bay. Because if them punches ain't hard enough to keep Tank at bay, Tank coming in, he going to smother Ryan's punches. And Ryan can't be coming straight back. And Tank going to come straight in. So Ryan's going to have to work on angles, and he's going to have to keep that jab out there. He got to keep that jab out there and keep his hands up. Keep his hands straight up. And keep Tank away from throwing body shots with that jab. And that's what he got to do. He got to stay on Tank. He got to stay on Tank, bro. He said, fight is only 3 weeks away. No presser, face off, no promotion or commercials. This must be the jankiest way to market a fight that I've ever seen in my life. I agree with you with that, man. It's janky promoters. And guess what? Bo Mack is not going to be there. I guarantee you Bo Mack is going to the other fighter. Bo Mack ain't going. Bo Mack like, nah, man, I'm not letting Bud dragged me down with this because when Bud retires, I still got fighters. He said Bud is broken, talking dumb ish on Twitter, folks. He's in a sunken place he put himself in. Yeah, he did. And like I told him, I tweeted that dude. Hey, he gonna stand on it. He said Bud lucky if his seat sell go past the fourth row. Listen, only way that thing gonna go past the fourth row is just his friends and family and a couple of people in his neighborhood he gave free passes to. That's the only way that's going out there because they said that they blacked out like a few sections up front down by the ring. When really the whole arena is blacked out. You really want to know the truth. They blacked the whole arena out. They probably done sold like, listen, 20,000 seats. If you take away the 10,000 that they comp, out of the last 10,000, he's probably going to sell about maybe 5,000, maybe. Said Mobac going to be at the ESPN fight the same night as Bud. Yeah, of course he is. He's not going to be there. He's not going to be there. He ain't going to be there. Yeah, black the whole arena out. They did. I'm telling you they did, man. They did. And Bud telling me, man, y'all just jealous. Jealous of what? Jealous of what? Hey, Jake Paul outsold you, dude. Jake Paul is outselling Bud. Hey, and Bud charging $49 and Jake Paul outsold him, man. He said Earl should pull a 50 cent on yeah. Hey, y'all know what Earl need to do? Hey, Earl needs to go order like a bunch of blow-up dolls and have people blow them up and go in there and put them on the front rows, seats in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, and what he should tweet out and say, hey, bud, I bought a whole bunch of girls to your thing so y'all can have a sleepover since y'all in there doing y'all nails. You ain't in there fighting. I would do that if I was Spence. I will order a whole bunch of blow-up dolls, had them go in there and put them in the ring and leave and tweet Bud and say, hey, I bought a whole bunch of girls to your fight, man, because y'all having a sleepover. Y'all probably in there doing each other's nails while everybody else fighting. That's exactly what I would do to Bud. Matter of fact, I'm going to tweet that shit to Spence. I'm going to tweet it to him, man. He said, I like Bud talking so much now. He's just proven he's a joke. All the BS he has made everyone wanted to be undisputed after he did it first. Yeah, he slipped off the curve in his head and never got checked. Yeah. Hey, Diana, I think I can. Hey, Bud on a shirt on a little train that could. I think I can. Hey, we got to get that shirt out there, man. We got to get that shirt out there. When you first said that, that's the first thing came to mind, that little train. I said, we put Bud on that train with Art, man, it's gonna do some numbers, man. If we get that for the fight night. Oh, I wonder if we can get a shirt for the fight night. And that way, while we watching ESPN, I might go live with that shirt on. He said, will Bernie at least be at the fight? Now, Bernie gonna be, Bernie be at the fight, man. That's how Bernie making some money, man. You know what? Bernie is Bud's Flavor Flav. He's Bud's hype man. Hey, man, I talked to Champ, man, and Champ said I could tell y'all. He gave him everything he want. He signed the contract. We just waiting on Spence and them in the first place. I asked him, could I tell you? He told me I could. He the damn hype man. You know what? We need to send Bernie a clock just like that, and say, hey, Bernie, a broke clock is right twice a day, man. There you go. Talking about his Friday, putting it in overtime. TC ain't doing nothing but keyboard banging. Fight 3 weeks out, and I ain't seen one press conference. Hey, listen, bro. He's not going to have a press conference. His press conference is right here on Twitter telling all of us that we stupid. You know what I'm saying? But right here on Twitter telling us, oh, y'all ain't y'all feelings. Y'all hurt. I'm rich. And then freaking Rick Glacier telling me, yeah, bud, I'm not one of, I agree with you, but I'm glad I'm not one of them. I said, man, and I tweeted Rick Glacier. I said, Rick, were you on your knees when you said that tweet, when you sent that tweet? I want to know, man. Rick Glacier was on his knees, man. I tweeted at Rick Glacier. Listen, if anybody on there, listen, all y'all got to do is just go to my Twitter, man. I'm on there. They ain't responded yet, but guess what? I'm going to keep hounding their ass. And guess what? And when I get on Facebook, I'm calling out Trayvon Crawford, his little nephew. I be giving them hell. Them buds. Man, y'all got to stand on that shit, man. Y'all got to stand on it. Y'all no, bro. Because if Spence came out of that, I would be on top of Spence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. They're both broken. Money don't make you rich. Yeah. Yeah. He said, put Bud on a shirt with a helmet on in the back of the short bus. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we said Bud need to be on a shirt with that little engine that think he can't. I think I can. I think I can. And one of them little kaboot, one of them little engines, the little engine that could. And Bud on the drive. We talking about get Art Man to do that. Every nigga says y'all broke when his feelings are hurt. Oh yeah, man, y'all just hating. Y'all hating. Man, Bud keeps saying y'all hating. I tweeted Bud. I said, Bud, when we said it about Canelo, you agreed. Bud even went to said that about Canelo. He ain't fighting nobody. I said, but when you do the same thing, and we said about you, but we hurting and we hating. How we hating, man? Then you got people like Rick Glazier going in. Oh, Bud, I agree. I said, man, you had to be on your knees when you sent that tweet. That's sad, man. He had to be on his knees, man. Hey, I'm gonna tweet Bo Mac. I'm gonna say, hey, man, hey, I'm so glad that you smart enough to protect your own honor by not speaking up on this circus. Bo Mac ain't saying nothing. Bo Mac ain't saying nothing, bruh. Bo Mac quiet. Bo Mac quiet, man. That dude ain't saying nothing. Bo Mac quiet, man. And Bo Mac's smart to be quiet too. He said, I'm dead. Glacier on his knees tweeting Bud is comedy. Yeah. Hey, go look at the Twitter. Go look at my Twitter feed. Go join on there. Hey, I'm telling you, I said it. He probably won't respond. He responded the other day because he said something. I said, Rick, how does it feel that you done fell so far from grace? And then he goes, man, I never felt something. He said smart. I can't remember what it was. It's something I tweeted. Let me see if it's on here. Let me see if it's on here. Tweets and replies. Hold on. Let me find where he said. Oh, he said, I listened. That's when he said, I listened to the Earl Spence on the video from earlier this year, heard how his speech sound. He was slurring and all that. And I said, at Rick Glacier, seems like you're upset with your fall from grace. And then he hit me back and said, how did I go back? What did he say? He said, I have no fall from grace. Yeah, you fell from grace. Yeah, Rick Glacier is a schmuck. He's a schmuck. He's a schmuck. I should have called him a schmuck. Rick Glacier is a schmuck. That's it. There you go. I said it. He talking about I ain't fell from grace. Yeah. I ought to go send him some knee pads that say TBC on the knee pads. Say, hey, man, we got these knee pads that say TBC on it. He's a true. Bo Mac hasn't said anything about BLK Prime or this fight. This has been solely Bud doing all this social media fiasco and interviews. Someone should tell him no more interviews. Hey, man, right now, listen, this is what's keeping Bud relevant. He better keep tweeting. Because everybody over Bud. At least it's keeping him out there. Everybody done with Bud, man. He said Bo Mac back to dip on Crawford. He's got another good fighter that has heart. Yeah. Man, Bud shucking and jiving. Bud is like Gregory Hines. He's tap dancing around. Bud is like Gregory Hines, man. He said, send Glacier some knee pads. That's what Glacier need with TBC on it. Terrence Bud Crawford. We should get the Bobster on Rick's ass. Yeah. Let him call Rick a prick. He's like, you little prick. I still forgot to add that to my soundboard, man. I like it that Bob said that. He said, you little prick. He said, you effing prick. He said, get him out of here. Get him out of here. He said, man, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Little prick. Man, yeah, Rick Glacier is a schmuck, man. He's a schmuck. But I'm gonna have to text Chris Colbert, man, because I ain't really let him off the hook, man. I really ain't, man. He ducked fighting Hector Garcia, and then he didn't want to fight Frank Martin. So I'm getting him too, man. I'm gonna make a list. I got a hit list going on, man. I already got Paulie Malignaggi. Oh, I hit him today. Good, man. For the people that just came in, I'm gonna tell you what I said to Paulie Malignaggi. Oh my goodness. I said at Paulie Malignaggi, ever since Adrian Broner banged your girl, you've been bitter towards us black folk. And I put at Earl Spence, can you call AB and have him apologize to Paulie so Paulie can stop hating on us? So we're gonna see what Paulie says about that. I'm gonna go buy Paulie a new girl, man. I'm gonna go send Paulie a blow. I'll get him a new girl, man. He should have ran it back with Garcia. He should have. He should have ran it back. He said went to Instagram and BLK Prime only tweeted about this fight twice. This shit ain't going to sell over 25K, I'm sure. Yeah. She said, whoa, damn. Yeah, I put it out there. Yeah, man. I gotta go get Paulie Malignaggi a girl, man. I do, man. He gotta stop all this bitterness, man. Yeah, man. I've been going through this past couple days. Said Gary Antoine versus Colbert last fight. Gary Antoine weighed in at 137. He can drop 2 pounds and make lightweight. But guess what? Chris Colbert will not fight Gary Antoine. He will not do that. He won't do it. He's not fighting him. You know, if he didn't fight Frank Martin, he ain't fighting Gary. And Gary gonna like he can make those 2 pounds, but you know how much bigger Gary gonna be when the fight happens? Oh, he gonna gain all that weight back. And he gonna put Chris Colbert down. Chris can't run away from him, man, like he did Garcia. You know what I mean? Chris Colbert ran, dude. He ran. He got on that bicycle, man, and it was like he was in spin class. I was like, damn, that dude can run. That boy is fast. That's what I said to him. I said, man, that Chris Colbert kid can run, man. I guarantee you Chris Colbert can run about a 4 140. He said, Boback too busy eating burgers and doing real business since he is so-called Buzz manager. He needs to get that man a real lawyer because he don't know the business. Bud don't know the business. Bud think he's a slickster. Bud getting this money from BLK Prime that they trying to clean up. That's what's going on over at BLK Prime. They clean that money up, man. There's no business. I don't know no legit business that's going to take a $10 million loss with a smile on their face. And they see how bad the ticket sales are. And they ain't trying to promote that for nothing, man. They ain't trying to promote that for nothing. Now, listen. This is what I'm saying. He's a runner. He's a track star. Yeah. Hey, let me ask y'all this. We all didn't I say on this show, we always say stuff and it's been coming true, correct? Y'all know what I think will happen next? I think David Avanesian gonna get injured in practice. I think he ain't gonna be able to make the fight. I think something's gonna happen and everybody's gonna back out of this fight. That's why ain't nobody spending that money. And you know what could have been? You know what could have been? Y'all know what this could have been? This could have been a catfish. He said, Gary and his family live up the street from me. He don't want that smoke from my little man. Real talk. Oh, yeah, he don't want Gary. Hey, man, listen, y'all. Listen. I want to hear y'all's real opinion on this, man. And I could be wrong. This is just an opinion. It's just an opinion, man. And I want y'all true opinion on this, man. Yep, I don't think he fights it happen. Do y'all think straight up that whoever it was got with Bud, they went back and forth and they using this like kind of like a marketing ploy to get Bud to fight, but really they don't really have no intention on really 100% making the fight. Like it's like a publicity stunt, and that way Bud had something to help lift his price up over at the PBC. You know what I mean? Because the PBC didn't want to offer Bud, because Bud felt like they not giving me no guaranteed money. I can get a certain percentage if I can show them I got something else going on, right? He said he can't get injured. It's only 2 or 3 weeks away, 20 days. How you going to get hurt or sick when the fight is close? If so, he's still doing sparring. Or COVID. Sparring or COVID might get him out of it. I mean, you could be right. He could go on through it. It could be real. But I'm just thinking, if they're not promoting this fight and they know they get ready to take a $15 million loss, right? They get ready to take a $15 million loss. The British one said it could be unless it's money laundering. Money, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can take a loss when it's that, but you still gotta that money that's come in, you gotta be able to cycle that money back around to you. Like if they pay Crawford $10 million, it's gonna be taxes taken out of it, right? And then Crawford gotta wire them that money back. And the Fed's gonna be watching what Crawford do with that money. If Crawford get that money and wire it back to them or something, well, then they would get BLK Prime is paying them. So they won't get nobody gets an advisor fee. Nobody gets an advisor fee. You know what I'm saying? He said, true, Bud could be using this fight for marketing and leverage to get good guaranteed money from incentives from PVC fight. It could be. He said, I really believe Earl will sit down with Bud ever again. Are you saying you won't? You don't think he will? And I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong. But this is my point. No, nobody wanted Bud. Eddie Hearn said, I can't do nothing for Bud. It's better he goes to PBC. He's suing Top Rank. De La Hoya couldn't get him to fight. All of a sudden, BLK Prime pops out of nowhere and says, hey, I'm going to give you so many millions of dollars. Al Heyman them ain't going to believe that shit. Nobody's going to believe him by saying, I got somebody in the background, right? But then when they made this offer of the fight go on, said Crawford good $20 million for Porter, then went to Dubai. Yeah. He said, F the fans, it's the feds he has to worry about. Yeah. If he helps them clean that money up, is because it's like as if you clean up $10 million and you don't make nothing but like $1 million or $1 million back or $2 million back off ticket sales and off pay-per-view, they don't stand to make a lot. And the reason why I say that, the key to this is just exactly what y'all all saying. They not even promoting this fight. An interview out there with Bud and Dude going face to face in some press conferences don't cost that much money. It costs a little bit, but why aren't they doing that? We 20 days out from the fight. Yeah. It's taken up in his hometown. Yeah. He said, I got a hedge fund company that is willing to give you and me 25 million a piece, Bud. Right. Straight to the video. Right. This company does not care about, rate of return. They don't. So my point is, let's say any company out there that says, okay, I want to break into that sport. Well, your first time breaking into the sport, you put on a fight that don't nobody want to see. Why would somebody come and go get that app or come and go watch that pay-per-view fight? Why would anybody do it? You're not putting, and everybody is bitching about it. And you're not even trying to, at least when Top Rank is letting Bud fight tomato cans, they did press conferences. They built that tomato can up. They made it seem like they put doubt in your mind that this dude, you know what I mean? They made you doubt that Terrence Crawford would run over this dude. That's what marketing does, right? He said, Bud about to get caught up in a whole Fed case with the dumb stuff. Yeah, he said, the Prime joint has mob ties, vibes, a lot of investors, but no faces. That's my point. So you got all this stuff on there. Even the mob, if they're going to clean up 10, let's say they're going to pay Bud 10 million, pay David Avocado 5, that's $15 million gone. How do you clean that up when it's going to be a loss? You just gave Bud 10 million. You gave David Avocado 5 million, right? Right? So you just gave him that. So then the feds are watching. When Bud takes that $10 million payday, David Avenesian takes his $5 million payday, the IRS is taking their money out of that. So then you got less money. So that means Bud is going to get less money. And let's say he goes, well, okay, I'm going to pay these millions of dollars back to your company. They're going to be like, why are you giving that company money? Why are you giving? You don't have an advisor. You didn't have an advisor. Now, maybe they a whole lot smarter than me. Maybe they cleaning the money up in a way that I can't see. But you going in there taking a $15 million loss does not build that company up. So to me, what if they go, well, he caught COVID, the fight ain't going to happen, they pulled out, something happened, and we're not going to make the fight, and now I got a bigger bargaining chip, Spence, after your fight, come on. We'll wait, see what Spence do. If Spence takes this fight in January, then bam, we'll be player, and if y'all don't, I'll go back to fighting with David Avenesian. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the government definitely watches for sure. But I could be wrong about that. But I'm saying just what y'all saying. The fight is in 20 days and they're not doing no press conferences. They're saying we don't give a damn if this fight flops. And they know the feds are watching. They know the government and the powers that be are watching this with a magnifying glass. They know it. So why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? It's something more to it. And I'm just trying to figure it out. I could be all wrong. I could be all wrong. Maybe it's just exactly what it is. Some serious dumb shit. Maybe it's just that. Maybe they just said, hey, we're gonna pay Bud 10 million, pay Avocado 15. We're gonna black out the whole arena and give it to Bud and all his fans and all the kids in the community. Yeah, they're not getting their money back. They're not getting that money back. And they're not trying to get it back. Bud's name is not big enough to get it back. So how are you trying to get it back? They're not even fighting for this fight. They're not even saying, let's just go take him and Bud and do a press conference. They're not doing none of that. And where they gonna have the weigh-ins and all that stuff at? Where they gonna have all that shit at? Are they gonna have it down at Chuck E. Cheese? Are they gonna have it down at where they gonna have it at? At Bomax Gym? Yeah, it's that crypto scammer stuff. Are they gonna have the weigh-in down there with one of them Walmart scales? You remember them old little white scales that you turn that little dial? Is that they're gonna have the weigh-in at? And the ring girl is gonna be some chicks from the hood. That's what's gonna be. Bug gonna have some of them little them cornhusker chicks from the hood, man. Yeah, Bug gonna have some of them out there. Man, it ain't looking good, man. It ain't looking good, and it doesn't make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? yeah. Press conference down at Red Lobster and shit, back here in the back. Yeah, right behind the shrimp buffet. She said, Bernie the boxer in a bra. yeah. Hey, since that's the little cheerleader, that's the hype, man. Yeah, Bernie the boxer gonna be down there in a sports bra. Hey, they gonna hear this show and they gonna be ready to fight. Me and you, Showboat. We're gonna fight. We can be the undercard. That's what's gonna happen. You know, them dudes always trying to fight somebody. I hear the scalpers are buying the tickets to resell them for dumb prices. Who buying them for dumb prices when they can go get them from Groupon? Listen. You got to be a special type of person to be able to go on Groupon to get them for 40% off. $80, you can get them for 40%, and you let somebody scalp them tickets to you. You got to be a new kind of messed up minded person. You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna scalp them to? Nobody want them. Hey, when Britta once said that Bud is gonna give them out for Thanksgiving, all the tickets out on Thanksgiving, I said, guess what? His fans ain't gonna pay $20 to park. They're not gonna do that. He said, sounds like Blue put that marriage together, got his bread and bounced because BLK Prime definitely got hustled. They all got hustled. Let me tell you something. They all got to stand on that, man. That stuff is going to have a lingering effect for a long time. You wait. Listen. I ain't got no problem. I ain't wishing nothing bad on nobody. But I want to know how it's going to be when they start showing up at fights trying to interview fighters that feel like they've been done wrong, like Spence Camp and Jermell Charlo and all them. When you go get ready to interview them, I wonder how they going to act. Because you know they ride for each other. Hey, somebody said Ruby Tuesdays too. Hey, it's gonna be crazy, man. They're gonna have it down at the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. That's gonna be some lingering effects, man. It's gonna hurt everybody. And that's why when I tweeted Bud, I said, man, hey, at the end of the day, you have to stand on this, bro. You gotta stand on it. And guess what? What he don't understand is all the fans are gonna really hold Bud to this. They're gonna really hold Bud to that, man. They're gonna have to do a joint. Hold on, it rolled up on me at the car wash next to the Piggly Willies. Hell yeah, they got to have that joint at the car wash next to the Piggly Willie. He said that other shoe about to drop. Yeah, it's all gonna drop. He said I think they have Brian Norman Jr. on the undercard, but he has no opponent. And what about Broner? Is he fighting on the same card? Is he with BLK Prime too? Man, they just hired Adrian Broner to come in there and talk trash, man. Adrian Broner ain't talked about a fight or nothing. They're gonna pay Adrian Broner to take 3 fights in a year. When the last time has Adrian Broner done that? 20 days, no word of the undercard, no press conference, no interviews, face off, nothing. Avocado's still out the country, mess around and get stuck out abroad. Yeah. At the border. Yeah. Listen, that's why I say, what if they fake that dude catches COVID? Listen, don't y'all be surprised if they say that dude got injured or caught COVID to get out of this fight. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. You heard it here first. Don't be surprised. Now, if they go on through with it, I'm just going to be dumbfounded just like everybody else. While I'm watching ESPN and Bomac, in the back of my mind, I'll be thinking about them cardboard people in Buzz stands, them fake fans they're going to have up in the stands looking like they watching the fight. Then when somebody bootleg it on YouTube at night, I'm going to go in there and watch it. Said, poor Brian, I hope his dad gets him out of this criminal-ish. Yeah, I hope so too. He said, true, Avenisia ain't even in the country. Man, this thing is going to fall apart at the seams. Dude, it's falling apart at the seams already. It's falling apart at the seams already, bruh. Because this is my thing. Let's say it is legit. Let's say they go through with it. Why would you not have a press conference? Why is that dude ain't over here training and ready? This is worse than Triller interboxing. Yes, it's way worse than that. Because Triller did that, and guess what? At least we was at COVID. At least they got out of it. They took a little bit of a loss. BLK Prime is getting ready to take a $15 million loss, man. $15 million. And they not, listen, I would feel some type of way. I'd be like, yeah, at least they tried. Dude, they not doing a press conference. They not even, and they don't even cost shit. They not even running. You telling me you got $10 million and you running no commercials? You not even on Facebook running an ad through Facebook where it's hitting all our channels. You know what I'm saying? It's an Adrian. Hey, yeah, he about to fight a janitor. Yeah, from Bud High School. Yeah, they don't care. And why would you not care? Explain this to me. You're going to kick out $15 million and you're not even trying to protect the bag that you already guaranteeing? Bud is saying he's getting $10 million guaranteed, right? And they're going to give him the rest after the fight. After a fight that they're not going to get no money for. Is Bud going to have to sue him for his other $5 million? Because they're not going to make that money to be able to pay Bud. Not advertise. You know what I'm saying? And if they was doing some mass advertisement, I'd be like, hey, they might just pull this off, guys. I have not seen one commercial, dude. Bud don't even push it. David Avenesian ain't pushing it. Nobody is pushing the fight. And we 20 days out. And really, to be honest, we are 13 days out. Because the week of the fight is all, they come together, press conference, weigh in and all that. The week of the fight. That's the week of the fight. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Is David Avenesian, are they even going to pay for him a hotel room? Or when he get off the plane, does he got to go straight to the arena and fight? Is he going to be jet lagged? I mean, I want to know, man. Is he going to be staying at the Best Western? hey, they got Devin Avocado staying at the Best Western down the street, across the street from the arena. It's sad it's been paid already. Both of them in full. Oh, they paid them both in full? They said that Terrence Crawford just got a big portion of his. You know, I guess like half of it, something like that. Their social media platforms don't even have more followers than most YouTube content creators. BLK Prime has no buzz or presence. They need mass advertisement to bring people over or to, company. Yeah. Hey, the whole thing smells worse than an elderly person, adult's diaper. Yeah. It does. It smells real bad. But listen to this, and I'm going to say this, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Really what they need to do, though, to be honest, they need to do a press conference and have people like Blue and everybody else, because Blue got all right following. They all got following. They all join their channel in, or what they need to do is pay Ellie Setback to host it on his YouTube channel. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have it in Ellie Setback's basement. That way, because he got a big following, man. You know what I'm saying? Pay Ellie Setback. That's about the biggest crowd you're gonna get. Is that Crawford probably said, give us each 25 million. Spence will go for it, but if he doesn't give me 10, I'm proud. I'm a pound. He said, I'm pound foot pound and can't lose. Yeah. He said, now that I think about it, where would you even watch a press conference? Right. Where they gonna have it at? Not unless they just rent the whole arena out and they're gonna do it all there at the arena. You know what I'm saying? Just all week long or at the Best Western. Because where's David Avocado gonna stay at? Is he here? Y'all said he ain't in the country yet. He got to worry about jet lag. He got to worry about, acclimating. You know what I'm saying? You got to do all that. Why would you come across He need to be coming in town like in the next 10 days. Right after Thanksgiving, he need to be here. BLK Prime, I don't even know how you download that ish. He said no live YouTube or no Blue made an announcement on his YouTube without Crawford there. Yeah. He said Ellie ain't putting that ish on his channel. I wouldn't blame him. Nah, hey, but if they throwing it, hey, Diana, if they throwing out all them millions of dollars, hey, guess what? They can throw Ellie Setback about a couple $100,000 to do it. He'll do it. He got his channel bigger than all their channels. You know what I mean? Off topic, but I have to autocorrect my autocorrect. Hey, man, don't even worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Listen, if we can decipher Bud shit, we know. And we know you know what you're saying. Listen, even when you've been on that yak, you've made more sense than Bud and them. So yeah, I feel you. It's that autocorrect. He's at Motel 6, the crackhead stroll. Hey, they gonna have some bum fights on the undercard. There's gonna be some bum fighting on the undercard, man. They're gonna be at the Motel 6 and Best Western down the street. That's exactly where they're gonna be. Man, this thing, listen. But I really want to know that, man. Listen, man, I'm not being funny. Anybody y'all can correct me. If y'all say Showboat, man, listen, you totally off the mark on that. I can live with that, bro. I can live with that. You guys can call in. The number's up. We ready. Y'all can call in about it. We're only gonna give about 5 or 10 minutes on it. But yeah. So, but if y'all think I'm wrong about that, but I do feel like maybe this is a hoax. And they use it as a marketing plan for Bud, because Bud was like, hey, man, I need to, you know what I mean? I need some more bargaining power. And I will fight for y'all, and we'll do it like this. I win them belts for Spence, and I'll come fight on y'all's channel, right? And I need to get I need somebody to, some leverage. Maybe they doing it for leverage. He said, true. You do not want to be in the country to get used to the weather and climate. I really don't know if this fight will happen. It's just too janky beyond proportions to see them pull this fight off. Listen, and they may pull it off if they was advertising it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If the company said, listen, we're going to pay them this money, the key to any company is advertisement. That's why McDonald's pay millions of dollars. Budweiser pay millions of dollars to be in the Super Bowl, right? You're going to pay for that. They paid them dudes $10 million and got a shoestring budget. They got them little Caesar pizza people out there flipping a sign around promoting the fight. They not paying for commercials. On none of my YouTube channels have I seen, or watching anybody's channels on YouTube, have I seen anything commercial about this fight. They could have paid YouTube. They're not paying shit. This is crazy. And I'll just be glad when it's over. It's crazy. But I'm like, why they're not paying to advertise it? Bud ain't even pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Bud is not pushing that fight. They already did head count. Everyone's sleeping. No outside docs called. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Bud done blacked out the whole arena. He gonna give it out to everybody. His uncle gonna be there in an empty place with a boombox on his shoulder playing crowd noises to make us think it's a crowd out there. And they're not gonna show the crowd. They're gonna show the 5 people around the ring and Bud's family and his teachers and all the people he grew up with are gonna all be there. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He said, Dunks, Punks, and Bud, I've been stripping. Yeah. All of it's going down, man. I'm telling you, man. It just doesn't make sense to me, man. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me at all, man. It don't. But I'm like y'all, man. I can't wait till this fight is over with. Hopefully, this Tank Davis and Gervonta, this Tank and Hector Garcia fight is good. Now that Chris Colbert ducked Frank Martin, he didn't want to avenge his loss against Hector Garcia. So hopefully that comes out. Anybody find out about Ryan Garcia, who Ryan Garcia is fighting, man? Let me know if y'all know something. If y'all know it right now, I'm sure to come out in the next day or so. But Tank, he said not the DOC, Department of Corrections. Oh, okay, the DOC. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. That's exactly who's coming out there. Hey, that's all that's gonna be there. Yes, I'm into legit fights. Yeah. Man, as soon as y'all find out, y'all let me know, man. If y'all hear it the next day or so. But like I said, man, anybody need to get in touch with me, man. The link is in the description, man. I told you I ain't gonna hold y'all all night tonight, man. I appreciate everybody rolling up here in this camp, man. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button, man. And before you guys leave out, man, hit the thumbs up button. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down, man. I'm cool with it, man. And we do this every weeknight at 10 p.m. Eastern, man. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I hope all y'all have a good night, man. Like I said, I won't hold y'all too late tonight, and we end up cooking like we did a little, like we normally do. Appreciate y'all, man. We said what we said, and we stand on that shit. Hey, and my Twitter, if y'all ain't got nothing else to do, hey, come on to Twitter, man, and see how that goes down, man. I done tweeted these dudes. I don't know if they're gonna hit back. But anyway, guys, till next time, man. Hey, good night, Terry. Good night, Dan. Good night, everybody. Adrian, everybody, man. Good night, everybody. I'll catch up with y'all Monday night. Or, hey, we never know what goes on the weekend. I might put something out there. Appreciate y'all. Anyway. All right, y'all. All right, Maya. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. Terry Smoot, everybody. Peace. Catch up with y'all next time, man. Y'all have a good one, man.